TIFU by going in my wife's purse without asking. TIFU late last night. I heard my wife's phone ringing in her purse. She was already in the bed, so I reached in there and got it out to hand to her. When I went to retrieve the phone, I also saw some candy in there. So I got the pack of candy out also and ate the small pack of about 11 pieces of Sour Patch Kids. I woke up at about 3 a.m. in the morning having to use the bathroom. When I went to go stand up, I felt real woozy. I thought this was because I was recently diagnosed with MS, and I thought it was a side effect of my MS. I stumbled onto the bathroom and I had to sit on the toilet just to pee. I get back to the bed and I could not hold a coherent thought in my head. I'm thinking, oh my God, if MS is causing this confusion, there is no way I can live like this. My mind is steady racing. I wake my wife up and tell her how I feel. I tell her if I don't wake up or if I go crazy, tell my kids I love them. She asked me if I want to go to the ER. I said no, cause my dad suffers from panic attacks and anxiety. He goes to the ER twice a week because of it. I was thinking maybe I might just be having a panic attack. I was like, my wife has good insurance on me, so if I die they'll be taken care of. I finally fall back asleep. My wife wakes up to go to work the next morning. She asks does she need to call in work and take me to doctor. I told her no. She then walks to my side of the bed and sees the empty candy wrapper. Then she asks me, did you eat my candy? I get a good look at the candy wrapper she's holding up since all the lights are on. I see her holding the empty wrapper of what I thought was Sour Patch Kids gummies. They were actually edibles called Stony Patch Kids. Then she starts laughing and says that's what you get for going in my purse without asking me. TLDR by going in my wife's purse and eating what I thought was regular sour gummies but were instead edibles called Stony Patch Kids. The candy I ate had a total of 1,000 milligrams THC. I was in bed for 2 days. My mom made a similar mistake going in my aunt's purse. She ate 5 peach rings, thinking they were just candy. My aunt had put them in a Ziploc, taking them out of their normal package. They were like 10 or 20 milligrams each. I forget. My aunt has a medical card. She hasn't smoked pot in like 15 years and it was nothing compared to how potent edibles can be. Today, my aunt came back in the room after a bit and my mom was laying on the couch. My mom asked her to bring a trash can over as she thought she was going to puke. My aunt scoffed and told my mom to get it herself, thinking she'd had too much of the wine they were drinking. My mom exclaimed, I can't. I'm just ahead. Quote. When marijuana became legal in Canada, I decided to buy a joint and smoke it. I am 67, an old hippie, so I haven't smoked since the early 70s. The pot back then was full of seeds and bits of branches, so smoking a joint by yourself would make you giggle for about an hour or so, and that would pretty much be the highlight. So I smoked the whole joint by myself. Do you know how hard it is to Google, can I die from a marijuana overdose, while you're slowly melting into the sofa? Haven't smoked it since 1000 mg? Question mark exclamation mark. Holy shit. I basically pass out on 10 milligrams gummies. Edible horror stories abound. And I can't help but wonder what's the deal with the dosage. I mean, come on. A cookie you're only supposed to eat 12.5% of? Lollipops you're supposed to, I don't know, suck 10% of the outside off of? Maybe crush into powder and separate into half a dozen piles and only eat one pile? Edible dosages should be low as hell. Like, eat 3 of these candies and you will get high. Then, in an hour, when you inevitably think, this isn't working, you eat another candy or 2. And your dosage is still not particularly high. Instead, it's, I ate a whole brownie because I didn't know that the recommended serving was 1/8 of the brownie. And then I ate another half an hour later when it didn't seem to be working. So I took 16 times the recommended starting amount. Maybe it's just me, but I've always a moderation and strict dosage control guy. I'd find a sweet spot and you want to be able to find it again. Not get wildly blazed out of my gourd all of the time. Man, don't eat your partner's candy without asking. Rude. Tears of joy. My brother was nearly crushed to death at work. Freak accident. No negligence. Luckily he moved and only got his leg broken. While he was off work healing, his friend came by with a 2,000 milligrams edible. He said my brother can have the whole thing. He meant he can have it all to himself. My brother thought he meant he could eat it all in one go. He was trippin' hardcore and slept for like 14 hours after. Damn dude, 100 milligrams single serve gummies? I don't even see those in the medical shops around here. So sorry you were recently diagnosed with MS. As a fellow PWMS, I remember how scary those first months were. And how every little thing makes you go, this is it, I'm done for. This will pass. You will find your way through life and be happy. And you will not die from MS, but I bet your neurologist already told you. All the best. My DM is open if you want to talk. P.S. Why does your wife carry around edibles in her purse? Tears of joy. Oops lol. Maybe you should ask before you eat someone's candy, LMAO. That's what you get for eating candy that your wife was clearly stashing in her purse. You couldn't taste a difference? Late last night I was in bed for 2 days. So this happened late last night, but you were in bed for 2 days? How many gummies did you eat again? CA at least got very strict the past few years. The legal edibles that look like candy you will not find over 100 milligrams per package. So either you took about 100 milligrams, or lying. Or I want to live where you are very badly. This is a great example of why edibles should not be permitted to simulate other products. Kids can easily make the same mistake. Late last night in bed for 2 days, posted 10h ago. That's what you get for going into your wife's purse. For sure. I'm sorry you have MS, that shit sucks, but cannabis can help you a great deal if you treat it with respect and learn to understand it. Hey, I'm sure in hindsight they tasted a little odd to you. At least you didn't find condoms. Hey, a TIFU to that wasn't about someone vagina. The story starts with late last night but ends with in bed for 2 days?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.